All right, so you want to talk about the future of Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you sent us some fascinating material,
Yeah.
including a transcript from a Spanish-language YouTube channel
Okay. Yep.
called Es Calogero Investigations to Español.
Wow.
It features hypnotist Diana and Elena Martin.
Interesting.
And it's not every day we delve into, hypnosis-induced predictions about the future.
Right.
But that's what makes this deep dive so intriguing.
It certainly is.
Even if we approach these predictions with a healthy dose of skepticism,
Yeah.
they offer a window into, the hopes and anxieties surrounding Los Angeles' future.
Exactly.
So let's jump right in.
Oh, yeah.
Hypnotizes Diana and asks her to see Los Angeles,
Mm-hmm.
first in 2028,
Okay.
then in 2050.
All right.
And Diana paints this picture of rapid technological transformation,
Mm-hmm.
some of which feels surprisingly familiar.
Yeah, that's a common thread in futurism.
Is it?
Often these visions extrapolate from existing trends. For example, by 2028, Diana sees electric cars everywhere, rapid construction using prefabricated components, robots in public spaces.
Interesting.
These are all developments that are already underway.
So it's like looking at a slightly sped-up version of our present,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But then she jumps to 2050,
Okay.
and things get really interesting.
Oh, wow.
Flying cars zipping through towering skyscrapers, roads spiraling up their sides, AI taking over many jobs.
Interesting.
It sounds like something out of a sci-fi film.
The flying car concept is fascinating.
Yeah.
While it faces technological and logistical hurdles, companies are actively working towards that vision.
I see.
What's more intriguing is the social and economic implications of AI replacing jobs.
Right.
Something we're grappling with right now.
Yeah, definitely. Diana also describes people living in underground homes,
Okay.
almost like mirror images of their above-ground lives.
Interesting.
She suggests it's a precaution against natural disasters. Makes you wonder what she's envisioning.
The concept of underground living isn't entirely new.
Okay.
We see it in everything, from survival bunkers to sustainable urban design prototypes.
Right.
It reflects a very real concern about the impact of climate change and potential disasters on urban populations.
It definitely taps into some deep-seated anxieties, that's for sure.
For sure.
But things take a really unsettling turn when Diana describes devastating fires
Oh!
erupting in Los Angeles on January 7, 2025.
Wow.
Fires she believes were intentionally set.
Intentionally set fires on that scale would suggest a planned disaster.
Right.
Something with immense implications.
Yeah.
What details does she offer about these fires?
She's very specific.
Okay.
She describes multiple points of origin,
Uh-huh.
flames spreading in an almost impossibly straight line
Wow.
before expanding,
Okay.
suggesting a controlled burn,
Yeah.
but on a citywide scale.
Those details are certainly suggestive.
Yeah.
Throughout history, fire has been used as a tool of destruction, sometimes even woven into conspiracy theories. It's crucial to consider the broader context here.
And that context gets pretty wild.
Okay.
Diana's explanation ventures into the realm of conspiracy theories,
Right.
specifically involving reptilian beings.
Ah, the reptilian humanoid conspiracy.
Right.
It's been around for decades.
Yeah.
Often linked to theories about secret societies and hidden power structures, manipulating world events.
According to Diana, these reptilians are split into two factions
Okay.
with differing ideologies, locked in a power struggle.
Wow.
And unfortunately for us, Los Angeles seems to be caught in the crossfire.
Conspiracy theories often employ this archetypal narrative of good versus evil, light versus darkness.
Right.
In this case, the reptilian conflict could symbolize a deeper societal anxiety about hidden power struggles and manipulation.
But here's where things get even more unbelievable.
Okay.
Diana claims these reptilian beings are trying to sell Los Angeles to China as a base of operations.
That idea plays into existing anxieties
Yeah.
about China's rising global influence and economic power,
Right.
possibly reflecting a fear of a shift in global dominance.
And if that wasn't enough, Diana senses other, even more powerful draconian entities
Oh, wow.
lurking behind China with their own agendas and alliances.
Interesting.
It's layers upon layers of conspiracy.
Adding shadowy figures and hidden agendas is a common tactic
Yeah.
in conspiracy narratives. It amplifies the mystery and intrigue
Right.
while feeding into distrust of established power structures.
But how are these fires connected to this complex web of reptilian beings and global power plays?
Yeah.
This is where Diana's account takes us deep underground.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Underground networks often feature in conspiracy theories.
Right.
So I'm curious to see where this leads.
Yeah, me too.
So we left off with this intriguing idea of an underground network in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What exactly does Diana see happening down there?
Well, she describes this elaborate system of tubes beneath the city.
Okay.
Not for transportation, but for something much stranger.
What's that?
Manipulating energy frequencies.
That sounds like it ventures into the realm of the esoteric and occult beliefs.
Right.
The concept of manipulating energy through unseen networks resonates with ideas like ley lines and energy vortices, often associated with places of power.
And you won't believe what Diana links to this energy manipulation network.
What's that?
Ritualistic sites, including Hollywood.
Hollywood?
She claims they're used to channel negative energy to a central location.
Hollywood as a hub of ritualistic activity, that's a persistent theme in conspiracy culture, often fueled by the industry's association with excess, secrecy, and the relentless pursuit of fame and fortune.
Diana paints a pretty dark picture.
Yeah.
Describing celebrities participating in these rituals.
Okay.
Making deals with these non-human entities for power and success.
Wow.
She even talks about exploitation and sacrifice being part of this system.
Those claims tap into a fascination with the dark side of fame.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a long history of rumors and speculation about occult practices in Hollywood, from Aleister Crowley's alleged influence to the supposed prevalence of secret society. It's a theme that resonates because it plays on our anxieties about the price of power and the hidden world of the elite.
It definitely makes you wonder what goes on behind closed doors in those Hollywood hills.
All right.
But let's get back to those 2025 fires.
Okay.
Diana claims numerous insurance companies pulled their policies just before the fires, suggesting some people knew what was coming.
The idea of insider information and foreknowledge is a common thread in conspiracy theories. It feeds into a sense that powerful individuals or groups are privy to information the rest of us aren't, which can fuel distrust and suspicion. While insider trading is a very real phenomenon in financial markets, applying that same logic to a citywide disaster is a huge leap.
It certainly raises more questions than answers.
For sure.
And then there are those unexplained fire patterns.
What about them?
Diana describes witnessing a fire that selectively burns structures while leaving the surrounding vegetation untouched. She even suggests the fire was somehow programmed to achieve specific objectives.
A programmed fire that pushes the boundaries of plausibility.
Does this?
From a scientific perspective, fire behavior is incredibly complex. It's governed by factors like fuel type, oxygen supply, and environmental conditions. To suggest a fire could discriminate between materials with such precision is highly unlikely.
So are you saying there's a more likely explanation for those unusual fire patterns?
Yeah.
Or that Diana's perception under hypnosis might be distorted?
It's certainly possible. Hypnosis is a state of heightened suggestibility. Memories recalled under hypnosis can be influenced by a variety of factors, and it's crucial to approach such claims with healthy skepticism.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But even if we take the idea of a programmed fire with a grain of salt, it raises a thought-provoking question.
It's that.
What if there are technologies or methods of manipulating fire that we're simply not aware of yet?
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
History's full of examples where what was once considered impossible or fringe science later became mainstream understanding, while we shouldn't jump to conclusions. It's also important to remain open to new possibilities.
I agree.
But the burden of proof is on those making such extraordinary claims.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, remember how Diana described a sense of discord and a loss of control on a metaphysical level preceding the fires? It's like she's suggesting the fires were a desperate attempt to regain control amidst growing chaos.
The idea of a metaphysical landscape influencing physical events is a complex one.
It is.
It suggests an interconnectedness between the seen and unseen, the material and the immaterial. Some people believe that collective thoughts and emotions can influence events in the physical world.
Interesting.
In this context, the fires could be interpreted as a manifestation of underlying tensions and power struggles playing out on a deeper level.
It's a fascinating concept.
It is.
Though difficult to prove or disprove.
Right.
But it does add another layer of complexity to Diana's account.
Yeah.
It's almost as if she's suggesting these reptilian beings, despite their advanced technology and apparent power, are also subject to forces beyond their control.
That's an intriguing interpretation.
Yeah.
It humanizes these supposedly powerful entities, suggesting that even they are not immune to conflict and the unintended consequences of their actions.
And that brings us to the culmination of Diana's vision.
Okay.
The emergence of a new world order from the ashes of Los Angeles.
Wow.
She envisions a future shaped by radical technological advancement, a widening gap between the haves and have-nots, and a unification of beliefs under a single god.
The New World Order is a concept that frequently pops up in conspiracy theories.
Right.
It often represents a fear of totalitarian global control and the erosion of individual freedoms. The specifics of this New World Order vary depending on who you ask, but it's often portrayed as a dystopian future.
It's definitely a powerful and often unsettling idea.
It is.
Even if the details are hazy.
Yeah.
But where does humanity fit into all of this?
Right.
Are we just pawns in some cosmic game orchestrated by these powerful reptilian beings?
That's a question that strikes at the heart of our own agency.
It does.
Do we have the power to shape our collective destiny? Or are we at the mercy of forces beyond our control?
Well, thankfully, Diana doesn't leave us entirely powerless.
Oh, good.
She actually highlights a growing awareness and empowerment among humans.
Okay.
Suggesting we're learning to recognize manipulation and manage our emotions more effectively.
That's an encouraging thought.
It is.
The idea of human resilience and the ability to overcome adversity is a powerful and enduring theme.
Right.
It speaks to our innate desire to reclaim our agency and shape our own future.
And she even mentions a famous individual. She doesn't reveal his name.
Okay.
Who has broken free from this dark network and advocates for laughter as a tool for positive transformation.
Laughter is a tool for transformation.
Yeah.
That's a compelling idea.
It is.
Laughter has well-documented therapeutic benefits.
Right.
It's both physically and emotionally. It can reduce stress,
Yeah.
boost our immune system, and even help us connect with others.
It's almost as if Diana is suggesting that by tapping into joy and resilience, we can disrupt the negative energy that these reptilian beings are supposedly harnessing.
Interesting.
It's a potent message of resistance and hope.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
It suggests that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, we retain the power to choose our response, to connect with each other, and to create a more positive reality.
And Diana's call to action is pretty unique.
Really?
She urges listeners to join a global triangle of laughter to transmute negative energy and reclaim control.
A triangle of laughter? That's a vivid image.
Yeah.
Evoking a sense of unity and collective action? It suggests harnessing positive energy for a common purpose.
It's definitely a call to embrace joy and lightheartedness
Yeah.
in the face of darkness and fear.
Right.
Whether you interpret it literally or metaphorically, it's a potent reminder that our thoughts and emotions have an impact on the world around us.
Yeah. This is a great point to pause and reflect. When we return, we'll discuss what we can make of these extraordinary predictions.
Right.
And what, if anything, we can learn from them.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've journeyed through Diana's predictions for Los Angeles.
Yeah.
From reptilian power struggles to those unsettling fires, and even a global triangle of laughter.
Right.
It's a wild ride, to say the least.
It is.
What stands out to you from all this?
Well, it's certainly a unique blend of futurism,
Yeah.
conspiracy theories, and esoteric beliefs.
Uh-huh.
While some aspects seem far-fetched,
Right.
I think it's important to look beyond the literal interpretations
Okay.
and consider the underlying anxieties and desires these predictions might be reflecting.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in the sensational details,
Right.
but there's often a deeper meaning to unpack.
Exactly.
What kind of anxieties are you talking about specifically?
We'll take the reptilian beings, for example.
Right.
While the idea of humanoid reptiles might seem outlandish,
Yeah.
they could symbolize a fear of hidden power structures, elite elite groups that many believe operate behind the scenes, influencing global events.
So instead of taking it literally, we could see those reptilian beings as a representation of a very real concern about who holds power and how that power is used.
Exactly.
And the fires. Whether we interpret them as actual events or symbolic representations could reflect a sense of upheaval and change, a feeling that the old world order is crumbling, making way for something new, something potentially unsettling.
It does.
And that ties into the whole New World Order concept, right? This fear of losing control of forces beyond our comprehension shaping our destiny. It's a theme that resonates in a lot of conspiracy theory.
It does. These narratives often tap into a very human anxiety about the unknown, about forces beyond our control. They offer a framework for understanding events that might otherwise seem chaotic or inexplicable.
But amidst all this talk of shadowy figures and potential disasters, there's also that thread of human empowerment that Diana emphasizes. This idea that we're not powerless, that we can choose joy and laughter as a form of resistance.
That's right.
It's an interesting juxtaposition.
I find that element particularly compelling. It suggests that even in the face of overwhelming challenges, we have the capacity to choose our response, to tap into our inner strength and resilience. It reminds us that our thoughts and emotions have power. And that by choosing love, joy, and connection, we can contribute to a more positive outcome.
It's a powerful message of hope, for sure.
It is.
But ultimately, what do we make of Diana's account? Is it a glimpse into a possible future? A warning? A metaphor? Or simply a fantastical story?
That's the beauty of it, isn't it?
And it is.
It's open to interpretation. We can choose to dismiss it entirely. Or we can use it as a springboard for deeper reflection about the forces shaping our world and the role we play in creating the future we desire.
So you're saying it's less about the literal accuracy of the predictions and more about what those predictions reveal about our hopes, fears, and anxieties?
Precisely.
Okay.
These stories, regardless of their factual basis, can act as mirrors reflecting our collective psyche. By engaging with them, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
It's a reminder that even seemingly outlandish stories can hold a grain of truth, even if that truth is more about our inner landscape than external events.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And as we wrap up this deep dive into Diana's predictions, I hope you come away with a renewed sense of curiosity, a willingness to question assumptions, and an appreciation for the power of both imagination and critical thinking.
Well said. And remember, this is just one perspective, one interpretation. There are countless others out there. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep that spark of curiosity alive.
It's so important.
Who knows what fascinating insights you might uncover